Hello, how are you guys doing? Should probably actually load up Homestuck while I'm talking, shouldn't I? How are y'all? I did something amazing the last 2 nights, and you guys weren't there for it, but let me tell you, I slept. I actually slept for once. Like, it was great. I feel alive today. Not come on now. No, I slept. Like, that was good. Sorry for being a weirdo about that, but I have not had a good night's sleep in, like, weeks to months. So I'm like fucking on point today. I did so much shit. Like, I added a whole bunch of stuff to Town of Nowhere today. I edited, I filmed some crap. Like, yeah, it's great. Anyway, we're back at it with Homestuck. Theoretically, once I can get all this other garbage out of the way, I'd like to do a little bit more art, but Town of Nowhere is tomorrow for y'all that aren't in the know. That means that, you know, once I find Homestuck, we can use that screen region. Help, there's a killer mime in my closet. Just pretend to put a wall up, you know? Casco Montanala style. But, like, you do it invisibly. It'll work, trust me. Time to grind town. Yeah, so don't use up your community points. I did drop the point cost for this stuff for Town of Nowhere, and it should be more streamlined this time than it has been in the past. But that's enough waffling. I've been live for like 2 minutes and we haven't even read a single line of Homestuck. Ugh, God, dying. Hey, also, an old friend of mine asked me a question that I didn't know the answer to, so I'm gonna like use my position of power here to ask you guys. Does anyone have any good like extremely high res images of Gabe Newell? I don't know why they need it. Just if anyone wants to go looking for that or knows where to find that, let me know. Anyway, back to Homestuck. Oh, I also didn't load that up. Hold up. Up. There's the Homestuck chart. I sent this to Mike the other day on stream. Edit with paint. Edit. Just edit. Is that it? Stop. Tackneil. Thank you for the 4 months of support. That is a long time to support someone who doesn't know how to open paint documents. The chart. All right. Now we can get started. All right. Jade's not answering. Are you sure she's okay? She's asleep. She seems to sleep a lot. She sort of reminds me of my goober teammate. He actually napped through most of the adventure. He's practically useless. Oh, you mean carcinogenesis? No way. Carcat's uptight. He hardly slept a wink over the 600-hour span of our quest. He didn't even wake up on the moon until after we won our game. What a loser. Our Carcat. That's how I'm going to say it. Beep, beep, meow. Am I pronouncing that right? What did Mike say about the chart? It is in episode 3 of our Terraria playthrough. He was more or less just confused because this is incoherent. Like, as best as I have done to make sure that someone who did not watch this from the beginning could understand what was going on, you fucking can't. Like, you just can't. He really, like, focused in on this specifically. And this, like, explaining this portion broke him mentally. Oh, remember to give him a hard time about that. John, you're pretty weird. I can see why you would piss him off so much. It's not that hard to do it. Tell me about it. Speaking of telling me about things, why don't you tell me about the dreaming, what you were dreaming about that was so important, fellow Prospect dreamer? Prospects are the best. Durst is where all the rejects hang out, am I right? Oh, God. My allergies have been killing me. I might actually be sick. It might explain the lack of sleep. Thank you for the 2 months of support, Kip the cat. Oh, I don't think he ever actually addressed the Jessie being pregnant thing. Yeah, we just, this is where we got to after the last stream. Take care of yourself. I am good. I feel pretty good right now. Speaking of telling me things, never even saw Prospect. Aside from the flaming bits of pieces, I guess. Something happened and it blew up. The Jade died. And I was wandering around the place and it looked like a chessboard with a huge crater in it. Loads of dead black and white guys everywhere. Yeah, I know all about that. The place is the battlefield. It's where our dream selves lives now. You will appear there anytime you sleep. Prospect dreamers are supposed to end up there eventually. If they're any good, that is. But you got there much sooner. Normally, a dreamer's journey to the battlefield would not be so spectacularly sudden and violent. Meteoric, if you will. Thank you for half a year of support. Sorry I can't pronounce your name. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. I'm doing my best to just forget last stream existing. Act 5, Act 2. Yeah, apparently that's where I'm at. Trying to tell... Listen, I think it's hurting my relationship with Mike to tell him about Homestuck and JoJo. You know? Thank you for the 413 bits, I would imagine, there. Slap my face and call me grandma. Thank you. We are... The second quarter of Homestuck Act 5, Act 2 is longer than Act 1 through 5, Act 1 combined. You also passed where Homestuck Abridged is. Cool. So now, if you actually want to hear someone read this just absolutely insane bullshit, you have to listen to my voice because I'm the furthest. I'm basically illiterate, so that's cool. But, you know, you could just listen to me talk and ramble. Thank you, Savano, for the 6 months of support. No, I didn't even bring up the baby is you with Mike. Like, that is how you end a relationship. That's how you end a friendship entirely. That's the battlefield. But you didn't answer my question. What was so important that you wanted to go back to sleep again for? My dad was there. Why is that? You know, my guardian? What's that? Excuse me. You mean an adult human male who lives in your hive? Yes, if you mean by hive, you mean house. I was wondering about that. I was like... What the hell is this guy doing in this kid's hive? Where's his lusses? Is he an orphan contending with some sort of meddlesome grown-up squatter? Those observations are very alien of you and are pretty cool, I guess, seeing as you are an alien. I just chalked it up to generic alien weirdness. Didn't think too much about it. Just another series of strange exhibits from inferior civilizations. The funny thing is, he's not even really my dad. I mean, I was adopted by him. Although we're not actually related, I think. He is the son of my grandmother, who isn't really my grandmother. Nana is sort of like my biological mother, and my biological father would be... Yeah, alright, checks out. Nana is sort of like my biological mother, and my biological father would be Jade's grandpa, sort of. Both of which I just created with slime and stuff, and sent back in time as babies. So I guess, if anything, that makes my dad my half-brother? Tell me about it. Yeah, you should probably explain that that's not fucking normal. I don't even remember who I stole that from. I actually feel legitimately bad for not knowing who I stole this from. And I feel like I need to cover it up because it's just like, if I eventually do sell this, I feel like that's kind of fucked up. But also on brand for this, I guess. Ugh. It'd be more accurate to say that John is like a gender-bent clone of Nana. But I thought John... I don't even know anymore. Several people in chat claimed to do it, including Shaddy Guy. My username sucks. You made this. I think it was Shaddy. Me, I did it. Okay, a lot of people are saying Shaddy Guy. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put /Shaddy Guy. That's your name, right? The guy. Excuse me. No, this is yeah. See, I did actually add this bit where it says Prospect and Durst. So I did actually it's a collab now. I mean, like, they did a majority of like the actual intelligent work, and I did the bullshit writing in yellow on white. But technically I helped. Just working for exposure here. Cheroby, thank you for the 2 months of support. It's okay, Rev. I consider it a collab. Okay. Just go ahead and just like slap that. Just go ahead and get that going right there. Just scroll over a bit. Just go ahead and slap that in. Just go ahead and take this. Put this over here. Just take this. Oops. Okay, now we can just get rid of that entirely, and there we go. Just go ahead and just, there we go. It's good. I did it. Oops. Redo. Save. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I did it. We did it. Let's see. Wait, before you wander off course like a doofus, you need to know how you get to the return node, so you can get back to your computer. Here, hang on. I'm making you a map, but I know where I'm going. Terezy already made me a map. What? She made me a really crappy one, then like a really nice one that works kind of like Google. After she started helping me after you tried to kill me. She's still trying to one-up me, I see. Everything preempting... Even preempting my awesome helpfulness. When did she do that? I mean, from my perspective, do you think she already did, or has she done it yet? Wow, how could I possibly know that? I don't know. Honestly though, with the timeline. Sorry, we'll read, but honestly, don't fucking ask stupid questions. I will show her though. I will show the meaning of helpfulness. I will help this little human nerd under the table, the very same table you dined at. While I waited for you to prong and fucking. What? Nate? Nate? Thank you for the Homestuck bits, Stop Talk Neil. The next sound page is 2,792. It's a walk around long one, so plan accordingly. Do you think we could get to it and nub? Oh, it's a bee, I see, thank you. Fuck her, I hate her. Nub, but Nate is accurate. I used to know a guy named Nate. I don't know what happened to him. He was a good guy. I used to work with him. He was like... I think he's like store manager now or some shit. That guy's rad. You mean like a candlelight that hates date? You mean like a candlelight hate date? Oh god, no. With a human? Wait. Nate. Where'd Nate go? I'll help this little human nerd under the table, the very same table you dined at while waiting for you to prong on your fucking nub. You mean like a candlelight hate date? No, God, no. With a human? Gross. Well then, thanks, I guess. Why do you want to be so helpful then? I mean, with her, I get a sense that she's kind of jokestery about it, which is something I can understand, but why bother helping if we aren't going to win anyway? You won't win? Who says who? You guys. You practically all you ever say. Well, yes, okay, you're screwed, and so are we, but so what? Just because we're going to fail doesn't mean that we won't have any fun. It won't be any fun along the way. And by the way things look, you have a very exciting 24 hours ahead of you. It'll be one hell of a reckoning. You could probably expect at least an hour for the walk around. Okay. We'll see where we're at by that point. That's probably a new episode. That's probably a new stream. It's nice to know, yes. Besides, continuing with this path, bringing Jade into the game, I think you will all agree it's very important. And it's not because she's just your friend and would be kind of upset if you died. Again, I think I would be, but why else? I mean, because you all need to complete your prototyping chain. Only when all players have entered the prototyping kernel does the battlefield assume its final form. That form prepares Skya to grow the new universes that you will create. How far along am I? I'm on page 2663. Two people in chat asked like simultaneously, so it's worth asking that. Who's blue and who's light blue? Dark blue is John, and then light blue is fucking forget it. The spider bitch, Vriska. There you go. 25%. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's like not accurate because a lot of those were like fake pages. Only when all the players have entered the prototype kernel on the battlefield can assume its final form. Form prepares Skya to grow the new universes you will create, or in this case, fail to create, but whatever. There's no reason to deter you from completing worthwhile game objectives. We are supposed to create a universe? Yeah, you didn't realize that yet? No. Boy, how clueless can you get? Why are we supposed to do that? What a stupid question. What is the point of this game? It's the point of this game. It's what happens when you win. Winning is the only point of anything. That's true, I guess. Anyway, you could be glad it's the point. I mean, like, normally I'd be like, sometimes it's the journey, but when, like, we're talking about universe-ending destruction, sometimes winning is the actual only objective. Like, it's not really the friends you made along the way that really count when, you're gonna fucking die. Anyway, you should be glad that that's the point. You should be glad your presence was not such a sad sack of group of players like you guys. Otherwise, your universe wouldn't exist, seeing as we created it by being incredible in every way. You did? Yep, you're welcome. I don't know what to think about that. Not knowing what to think about things appears to be your specialty. Oh man, what a burn. JK was actually lame. Well, to be honest, I never really believed any of you guys are doom and gloom any nonsense. Not because I think you're lying, but I just feel like there still might be a way to win. That's the spirit, John. That's a winner's attitude. There's always hope for someone who has that. Yes, I also agree. Also, there's always hope for someone who has good friends to count on. Fucking lame. I added the fucking because I agree. That is fucking lame. Friends. World destroying, universe creating. I mean, like, net, I feel you get at least one extra world out of the exchange. You just have to, like, agree that one destroyed world is one sentient world worth the lives of two? If those two would have never existed in the first place? When you consider that all the lives of one universe, of one world, could have been created in due time between two, but then the lives of two universe, it depends on how many people are in any individual world, right? Like, can you apocalypse one world? Like, what is the exchange rate of worlds? Is it relative to the number of lives that are available? This is like that train. It's literally that train thing. Hold up. It's like, I'm going to move you because you cause me problems. Anyway, you know that train trolley thing where it's like, if you go this way, you destroy one world, right? And here's like my shitty attempt at drawing sort of America, and then there's like South America, and then you got like Africa, and then like Europe, and Africa's over here. Anyway, one world, right? But you're standing here, right, just below that, and you can pull the lever, and you're doing like the craziest sexy pose to do this because you're fucking happy about destroying the world. It's literally this. But then there's like a trolley, which I'm really just not in the mood to draw. So instead, I'm going to draw what European people call a trolley, which is actually just like a shopping cart. I'm just going to draw a shopping cart real quick. Because that's, you could call that a trolley, you know? You could call that a trolley. And there you go. Now you got a shopping cart. There you go. And you got to have the little basket thing where you put bread or babies. You could put a baby in there, you know, and the baby's like kicking you in the dick because you're pushing it from this end. Anyway, it's on a track, and then you could pull the lever, and if you pull the lever, then two worlds get dead. I'm just going to copy paste this one because I just do not give a single fuck right now. It's literally this, but yeah, that's fuck it. Close enough. There we go. All right. It's literally this question, but with worlds. How many worlds is one world worth? Is it based on like population size? That's backwards. I don't give. What the fuck? I don't. You got it backwards. Like, what do you mean? It's probably the other way around. I mean, like, they're deciding whether or not to do an action or not. Tokyo drift and destroy both. What is happening? Yep, there we go. One world can potentially give millions of universe filled with billions of other planets. You're forgetting about the other people playing. Okay. You play Suburb to create a universe in the world versus an entire... So it's a world versus the entire universe. Okay. So is there other sentient life in the universe? Like, is it justifiable to play Suburb in order to create universes? So it'd be more like, this is me drawing a universe. It looked so much better in my head. Like, there was gonna be like stars and shit, but then I was like, fuck, I don't actually care. Please supercut all of the times you worked on the chart. I will probably forget to do that, but I will try and do that. I will try. I don't think I can actually achieve that. Like, I think the download size would be massive at that point. I might have to have, like, a legion of people help me do that. Or, like, maybe, like, actually start getting ahead of things and start clipping it together now. I don't know. We'll see if people still give a shit about this by the time I get to the point where that would be a thing. Things are happening now. It'd have to be a multiple... Well, okay, so let's assume that half the time in any given video I spend working on the chart, right? So half of the time I'm spending working on it. How many videos have I done of this so far? Hold up. We can actually figure this out. There you go. Here's something cursed for you. Let's assume half the time that I spend on this is either me ranting or working on the chart. Probably about half of it's working on the chart. Or a quarter. Let's call it a quarter. How many videos have I done? And each stream is about 2 hours, give or take a little bit, right? I think these are like some general maths that we can do. So like 19 episodes, 19 hours-ish, assuming that about, yeah, we could call that 19 hours, right? So 19 hours of me working on the chart. Probably about half that. So whatever half of 19, 8 hours of chart. That sounds about right. So it'd be like an 8-hour highlight video. Without the context of what I was talking about prior to start editing the chart. You've gotten about halfway, and there are about 20 parts in, so there's about 80 parts. A quarter, not a half. A half of a half would be half of it, right? So that would be half of half is a quarter. Imps! Destroy these pests. That's it. Everybody out. You were dead serious. Oh, they actually just left. Look at this room. Will you just look at this slightly, did I? Okay, I actually did. This slightly bigger mess than usual. Rev Math emote win. That probably needs to be a thing because there's definitely Rev Math. It's sort of like Rev reading, where it's like something approximating the right thing. Have we talked about the dildo maker yet? Did I talk about that when the original, like, one of these things was made on the extruder? Like, have you seen the dildo maker where you can make any shaped dildo you want? And people were just making, like, lamps. You just shove an entire fucking lamp up your ass. Like, you could 3D... Like, there's a website that its entire purpose for existing is to 3D print, like, whatever shape, like, dildo you want. So you can make some weird fucking shape, like, dildos. You can add spikes. You can add some stuff. A lot of the ones that people were creating were looking like these, where it's just, like, flat. And then just, like, an entire, like, row of just, like, ash shredding, like, things. And then you can buy it with actual money. Don't stick an entire lamp up your ass. You can buy the dildo you create, yeah. Look at this mess. Will you just look at this slightly bigger than usual mess? Examine computer. They chucked it out the window. Little oily bastards. You have to get your hands on a new one somehow. Examine posters. This is just insult to injury. It makes you want to cry. Just look at his face. A sad face. The forlorn face. What's his deal? Thanks, Rev. Now I can make some Christmas... No, you didn't say Christmas. You know what? Christmas tentacle dildos. Tis the season, everyone. Tis the season for Christmas dildos. Open source sex toys. Yes. Merry Christmas, everyone. Stick a lamp up your ass. John, why are you just standing around wasting time? I don't know. You can see my future, can't you? How much time am I wasting? Enough to make me wonder what the hell your deal is. Then I would venture to guess that I'm wasting time because you're choosing to pester me now. Damn it, John. Stop sounding smarter than me. It's unbecoming of someone so inferior. I mean, I was just pausing for a moment to look at the trash movie posters. They bring back memories of all the life I guess is long gone now, but, you know, what that's all about. Yeah, I know. This is probably not even that long ago, but it already seems like forever since I was on Earth. It was a pretty nice place. I bet you would have liked it. Seems pretty too sunny for my liking. Well, what about you? What do you miss about your planet? Your parents and stuff? The life I left behind wasn't so hot, to be honest. That's too bad. Why don't we not talk about that? Yeah, the 3D printers that exist are not meant for sex toys. You know, they're good for, like, mechanical bits. They're good for, like, toys. They're not good for, like, interior use. You know? They're sort of like, your 3D printing Christmas presents right now. That's awesome. No, they have little tiny holes. I actually got something 3D printed a little while back, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. It was fucking neat. Warhammer crap. But yeah, because that model doesn't exist anymore. And now it doesn't even have a data sheet, because go fuck yourself. But they gave it points in Chapter Approved 2019. What the fuck is your goddamn problem, G-dubs? Take my money, just make a new fucking model. Make a new fucking model. It's a fucking dude would buy it. Not me, because I already 3D printed one because he doesn't make a new one since, like, before I was born, asshole. Even though it wasn't that long ago, but it seems like forever since I was on Earth. The place is too sunny for my liking. Let's not talk about that. But you see, where you're wrong, those films are the finest Earth had to offer. why don't we not talk about that? What are these movies anyway? They just look awful. But you see, that's where you're wrong. These are the finest. These films are the finest Earth had to offer. Are they about clowns? No. I drew the clowns in my sleep for some reason. This one is so great. It's about the street tough renegade who had hard time behind bars and wants nothing more in the world than to reunite with his loving wife and daughter, but not so fast. He has to go on crazy, dangerous escapades through the sky with his motley assortment of rogues led by John Malkovich. Have you guys ever seen Being John Malkovich? That is a fucking weird movie, and one that you should not do drugs and watch because it's already fucked up. Like, it's already goddamn weird. That's a good movie. It's a movie that wouldn't be made now, anyway. Malkovich. It was like the adult version of Alice in Wonderland, I guess. It was a weird one. Who is wide to the cage's heroic nature and pure heart. They tether a grumpy policeman's awesome car to the plane and smash it, and then later they crash into some casinos. Cage gets out of the wreckage and hugs his family. I usually tear up a little bit, but there's a little troll title for the movie. That is my working troll title for the movie. I probably hope it was okay. John, even though your title is quite amusing and probably kind of cute, and the movie sounds hilariously bad, well, you're hilariously wrong. Hang on, let me show you. And then let me click on this sketchy looking link. Oh. You probably have to use your troll thingy to rewind time or whatever to before the Earth internet blew up and before it was taken off. What the fuck was that? It used to just be the end of Con Air. Okay. Good thing. I skipped out getting a copyright claim. One that would have actually caused a copyright strike. It's like, is this the human equivalent of GrubTube or something? I guess. I'm not watching this shitty video. It looks so bad. Suit yourself. This is just normal conversations between people in like early 2010. Like just being sent a video and be like, yeah. Okay, thanks. I'm glad I've got people in chat to like actually let me know what's going on. Okay, I'll be sure to bookmark it and label it as dumb kids. Nonsense. One of these times I'm going to read that because I'm reading really fast and then I'm going to be in trouble. And I'm just worried about that. So I apologize in advance. Okay, good idea. By the way, why aren't you using your computer's glasses to talk suddenly? This device seems less efficient and it doesn't look as cool. It's okay, Rev. I'll uncancel. Yeah, can you guys, can we just go through the whole canceling process now? Like, Rev someday will probably say the R word on stream accidentally, and can we just go through the whole, thing now? Like, Christmas is coming. Overall, my mood is pretty good right now. I feel good about myself and what I've done, so, if we can just do that now, ahead of time, then when I actually get there, you guys are like, okay, cool, thanks. We already did that. I've already talked about making apology videos. Start making canceled merch like Pro Jared. Do I tag the art as Town of Nowhere or Town of Nowhere? The Town of Nowhere or Town of Nowhere. Do both, see which one gets more popular. I'm not sure which one people are going to actually be using. Definitely tag it as RevScarecrow if you're using it on the Boru. And yeah, I'm going to block you on Tumblr. Thank you. Thank you. It's probably good. Did Pro Jared make merch of his weird penis? Did you guys know there's actually a thing you can get? You basically, how it works is it's like a mold, but it's for dicks, right? So you get hard, right? And then you put this special stuff around it and you basically make a cast of your weird dick, and then you can make a dildo out of it. So what my point is that you're asking whether or not he's made merch of his weird penis yet. I'm just saying that technology already exists. You know? Pro Jared can technically make a mold of his dick and sell it online. Forever Sinister, thank you for the sub. Why you decided right then was a good moment. Fake Wizards, thank you for the 4 months of support. I got an emote. Thank you. From you. Saw Funny Squirrel today, and I thought I'd put a mold of your dick in your... No, I don't think I'll be putting a mold of my dick in the merch store, because, like, I don't want anyone to use it. You're so knowledgeable about the means to create penis merch. Listen. Karl Marx said, seize the means of production. And, I don't think he thought that anyone would think to make dicks. So, you know, he was wrong about that. That was a bad idea. Just throwing it out there. Maybe that's not what he meant. Hashtag penis merch. Let's go back. Listen, let's build. If enough people sub, I'll build a time machine, go back in time, learn Russian, was it that he knew, and then find Karl Marx and ask him about penis merch. See what he thinks. You know, honestly, that would make sense. That might be why he wrote it in the first place. He might be like, wow, capitalism goes in a really stupid fucking direction if people are gonna, well, I'll learn Russian and try and talk to him in that. He's German. Okay. How the fuck are you gonna learn to read Russian if you can't read English? There's gonna be a lot of weird clips this week. When are we going to start the segment where the character starts talking about weird mutant penises? Please read it as Pro Jared instead of the person they're talking about. Okay, I see. Beep beep. Yeah, I was making food for Tilda. She should be getting home within the next like couple of minutes. She should have been home actually by now. So I made her some chicken and rice, and it just beeped. So I'm gonna leave it in the oven, but I just turned off the oven so that way it wouldn't, cause problems. Let's get back to this. The goggles are cool, but they're kind of restrict my vision stupidly when I'm using them. I should remember to make hands-free devices less obtrusive. Maybe I make a new computer so I can install this game. How will you duplicate it? Isn't it smashed out there in your laundering? I mean, like, yeah. Yum. Sounds good. Chicken is, like, obscenely cheap, and it's really good for you. And rice is a good filler. I didn't add any veggies. Fuck. You know what? She can figure that out when she gets home. I made most of her dinner for her. She can just heat something up in the microwave. I can't really do that right now because I'm streaming. What even am I watching? Theoretically, it's Homestuck, but mostly it's me just rambling. Honestly. John, what? Okay, I'll slide you a break because you're clearly... your block was ransacked. But maybe you want to put that away somewhere discreet where you usually keep it. There's at least one girl spying on you right now. Put what away? What are you talking about? Your pail is showing, stupid. My pail? You mean this bucket here? Yes, come on. Will you take the hint and show some decorum? Not really following. What do you have against buckets? I mean, nothing. Just really, it's just... maybe humans don't have this sense of shame over this sort of thing. Shame over what? It's just a bucket, putting soapy water with cleaning stuff. Oh, it's time for buckets. Just so you know, it's time to fuck the bucket. What do you, just, cleaning stuff. Why? What do trolls use them for? Oh, yeah, of course. That's what I was talking about. Your cleaning bucket. In troll culture, we consider cleaning products to be really indecent or something. I'm blushing furiously about it right now, but just please try to be sensible sensitive to my cultural ways and understandings. Oh, that's definitely pretty odd. Okay, well, you saw my bucket. I'll just chuck it out the window, I guess. Thank you, John. That's very gentlemanly of you. Now, quit shitting around and get on with it. God. HOD Arbitrary, thank you for the 6 months of support. The stream is now 18 plus. Yes, it is. Sexy Bucket. Mr. Bucket. I'm adding him. That's good right there. Can you make the bucket a ghetto and put some troll horns? No. You put the balls at his top. Yeah. Look at this. Look at that hole. Look at that hole and tell me that that has not been on the other side of a fucking glory hole at some point. Give it troll horns. You know, I don't think Mr. Bucket needs troll horns. I feel like Mr. Bucket is fine the way he is. It's what makes him a sex god. I had a choking hazard. Don't look up the commercial. It's great. Let's look up the commercial because it's great. I remember the commercial, Mr. Bucket. Longer version. Oh, I feel like you guys deserve the longer version. Oh, we're getting kinky with this shit.
That's right. I'm Mr. Bucket. I'm Mr. Bucket. Toss your balls in my top. Out of my mouth and we'll pop. I'm Mr. Bucket. We're all gonna run. I'm Mr. Bucket. The game's Mr. Bucket. The first to get their balls in, and Mr. Bucket wins. But
No, hold up.
Mr. Bucket.
that's right. I'm Mr. Bucket. I'm Mr. Bucket. Toss your balls in my top. I'm Mr. Bucket. Out of my mouth and we'll pop. I'm Mr. Bucket. We're all gonna run. I'm Mr. Bucket. The game's Mr. Bucket. The first to get their balls in, and Mr. Bucket wins. But look out. Because the balls will pop out of his mouth. I'm Mr. Bucket. The balls pop out of my mouth. I'm Mr. Bucket. A ball is what I'm about. I'm Mr. Bucket. We're all gonna run. I'm Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket from Milton Bradley. Bucket for fun.
Well, what the fuck were we doing? Yes, of course, that's what I was talking about. Gentlemanly of you, stop babbling. Geez, Spinneret, that's not my real name, you dope. Then what is it? Well, I'm not telling you, because it's a secret. Rolls eye. All 8 gross spidery eyes. I mean, that. You don't even need to say that. I could just see you rolling your eyes, remember? Oh, yeah. Rev, I don't want to get canceled also. Rev, Mr. Bucket commercial. Rev, Mr. Bucket emote win. Listen, if you guys want... All right, subs, if you want a new emote, you guys either have to convince... let's see, 106 more people to sub, or decide which ones you want cold, collectively as a group. Discard sorted receptacle. Solo Line, thank you for the Solo Line 448. I just thanked you for 448 bits, but actually you subbed. Faison Suited, thank you for the sub. Turd Burglar, thank you for the sub. That's yeah. Fake Wizard, thank you for the gift subs. Like I said, once we hit 250 sub points, however we do that, we can add an emote of y'all's choice. Actually, I think we get 2. I think. It's 1 or 2. Either way, if you guys want to replace one of them, just let me know. But we have to figure out which one. Boogie Pop Echo, thank you for the 2 months of support. What a surprise. More lousy imps having their way with the place. I wonder what her Nana could be. Someone needs to get this motley assortment of rogues under control. It's you. What the hell is going on over there? A 4-part Mr. Bucket emote. The Count is dead. I almost read that as the cunt is dead, which is a different thing. Oh no, more embarrassingly, cleaning apparatus. You've got to hide it before a secret spinneret or whatever it is sees it and gets upset. Assail rogue. Yeah, that one wasn't very good. It was consistent, you know? Get that shit out of here. Being culturally sensitive is really hard work. Look up. This was a good use of this. Does anyone remember that one horror comic that, like, when you scrolled down, it would enact, like, I think it was, like, Java script to play where it made it go super fast, and it basically was like it was animated, and it would, like, jump scare you? You guys know what I'm talking about? What was the name of that? That scared the fuck out of me. Was it Korean? That sounds right. I think it was Korean. The lady with the scissors? Yeah. Like, I definitely saw that late at night. Bong Chong Ghost. Is that actually what it's fucking called? Yeah. That one I just saw randomly. I don't even remember how I got there. I might have been browsing, like, X or something and saw it. It looks like someone's server player has been busy. Yeah, I'm like, is Bong Chong really the right name? Because that sounds like not the right name. When I was younger, I used to hang out on 4chan, and especially like the X board, which was like paranormal. Mostly people wanting to figure out how to summon succubuses, so that way they could fuck them. Because they were basically like, listen, I'm going to die without getting laid anyway, so I might as well die while getting laid. Right? Yeah. Hey, Rose. Hi. How are you doing? I don't remember the last time we talked. I've been so busy. It looks like you've been up to, holy shit, this house is huge. Actually, building up your house has been one of the more trivial ways I've passed times. Great swaths of the structure may have been copy-pasted with little architectural consideration. I've only bothered to do so while in contemplation. It's relaxing. Oh. Well, it must have cost a fortune. We have a lot of grist. How much? I don't really recall any hard figures offhand, but last time, more than 1 million units of several different types. Torrented between the 3 of us. Torrented. Shared through an application. I unlocked the disk from your registry and deployed it. I convinced your Nana to install it on your computer. Before the imp threw it out the window, that is. You got her to do that? But she's an old lady. Also, she's a ghost. My methods of persuasion have been improving. I'm not sexually attracted to Mr. Bucket. Rev canceled. Went to 4chan when he was a kid. Sexually attracted to Mr. Bucket, which is not true. And may say a bad word in the future, which is probably true. It's, yeah. Listen. Just because you can tell that someone is hot doesn't mean that you actually want to fuck them. You know? Like, there are certain people that you look at them and you're like, that's a good looking dude. But it doesn't mean anything, you know? But like, Mr. Bucket, you know? It's not weird or gay to say that Mr. Bucket is a sex god. Anyway, you got her to do that. She's also really tricky. She likes to play a lot of pranks. Did she prank you? No. Huh, I guess you enjoyed the prankster's gambit on that exchange then. Oh yeah. What's up with the alchemitter? It looks weird. Upgrades. I like that you're equally concerned about sounding gay as you are sounding weird about talking about Mr. Bucket. My methods of persuasion have been improving. He is really tricky. He plays lots of pranks. Did he try and prank you? No. Huh? I guess you enjoyed Prankster's Gambit on that exchange. What's up with the alchemitter? It looks weird. Upgrades. Did you get Nana to do that too? No, your consorts were utilized for that. The salamanders? They seem eager to receive simple instructions. I'm guess they find their way back to their house to allow them, the client player, to remain productive while the server player's away. Mr. Bucket is now more powerful than the CBT wizard. Listen, it's not even gay to be into Mr. Bucket. He just straight up walks up to you. He rolls up to you on his randomly moving, like, wheels and just goes, put your balls in my mouth. You know? Like, he goes all the way down to the balls. They aren't very smart. No, they aren't. I'm surprised they even understand what to do. Like I said, coercion hasn't been much of a problem. Yeah? What does that mean? What have you been doing this whole time? Why don't you tell me about what you've been up to first? I've been curious, but too preoccupied to inquire. Well, I've been talking to a bunch of trolls, for one thing. They're a very talkative bunch. I've noticed. And then I cloned some slime babies in the Vale. Did you? Yeah. Long story short is, Jade is a slime clone sister, and Dave is your slime clone brother, and we're all born today. Yes. Yes? I figured that out. Oh. When you talk like this, you have no right to critique Hussey's thing for horsecocks. Mr. Bucket has the ability to consent. Okay? Horses don't. Mr. Bucket straight up rolls up to you and says, put your balls in my mouth. But he can't talk. He literally does in the commercial. He's coming on to you. What about the centaur? Listen, he's not into centaurs, though. He's into horses. We've already addressed this. I'm very lost. I just got here. All you need to know right here. So long story short is that I figured that out. Anything else? Then I fell asleep and woke up on the battlefield. Oh, Rose, I'm fairly sure I saw your mom. You did? Are you sure it was her? Well, it was a nice, proper-looking lady with a pink scarf, so I don't know who else that would be. That was likely her. How is she? Fine, I guess. She's with my dad. It's interesting. Yeah? Did they seem happy? Happy? Wow, I don't know. I don't really know her well enough to say, I guess. Plus, I was a little distracted. Maybe I'll find out next time I go to sleep. Fair enough? What about a centaur with a horse's head instead of a human's torso? That's just a stupid minotaur. That's just a really dumb looking. What? Okay, hold up. What about this? What about a centaur? But instead of it being the top half of a man and the bottom half of a horse, it's like a horse shape man. So it's like the shape of a centaur, but it's made out of human bits, right? Does that make sense? A minotaur, if you will. Like a Fallout centaur. No, it's like this. It's like this. Hold up. So you got a head, right? And he's got a smile because, you know, he's a fucking abomination. Then he's got arms, right? Now a normal minotaur goes like this, right? And then you got like the horse leg bit, and it's like, oh, horses' legs are fucked. Horses' legs are real fucking weird looking. And then you got like the more horse legs in the front, and there's like a tail back here which is doing whatever the fuck tails do. And you got that, right? But what if instead, bam, this is gone. That's out of here. This is just like a normal human torso going through here. And then there's just legs. Just like there's a butt right here, right? There's one leg, and then there's another leg over here. What do you think? Revit already exists and it's a fetish. Wait, why do you guys all agree that this is called a minotaur? Hold up, one sec. Minotaur. You know what? No. Hold up. Private window. Now Google minotaur. Minotaur. Ooh, yeah, that already is a thing. Fucking don't like it. Jesus fuck. Alright, yep, nope, alright. Okay. Yeah. Safe search should probably be on when you Google that. Anyway, fair enough. Investigating mostly. Oh wait. Didn't know her well enough to say, I guess. She seemed a little distracted. Maybe next time. Now stop being so spookily mysterious and tell me what you've been doing. Lyric Hartwell, thank you for the 3 months of support. That's very kind of you. Now stop being so spookily mysterious and tell me what you've been doing. Investigating mostly. Investigating what? Everything there is to investigate. Information hidden in the lore of the lands, concealed in ruins and riddles. I'm looking for whatever there is to discover about this game. Thank you for the 5 bits. There was one of Hussey's old comics called Human. Okay, of course there was. I feel like I learned too much that I shouldn't during these streams. Listen, the reason that you learn too much about in these streams is, have you guys ever read like H.P. Lovecraft? They always find like a book or something, and the book, they read it and it's just like, holy fucking shit, everything we know is wrong, and the true nature of reality is bullshit and awful. We're all gonna die, and then they go insane. I'm trying to really like channel that energy, like less of the overt racism. Like my black cats are named Abigail and Herman, and they're good babies. Less of that, more of the like mind shredding awfulness. You know, I want that to be part of this stream. Anyway, it turns out it's really easy to name your cat something that I can say on stream. Isn't that interesting? Investigating everything there is to investigate. I'm looking for whatever there is to discover about the game, and more importantly, whatever exceeds its boundaries. The cloak traces of myth beyond scope. The scope? Oh, Rose, didn't you not know that we're supposed to be creating a universe within this game? Yes. I think it's pretty neat. It is in principle, but it won't happen. So you believe the trolls then? It's not a matter of believing them. The writing is literally on the walls. Or it's on the wall, literally. It is? Session is never meant to bear fruit. It's barren, so to speak. That's a bit of a bummer. Do you think Lovecraft was secretly into tentacles? Chat also keeps telling me that I keep getting easily baited by stuff that happens that people are saying in chat. And to me, that just feels like me responding to people in chat. I feel like one of the things that makes me a good streamer is that, I try and interact with chat. I try and talk to chat and, answer their questions. And especially with this experience, we need to talk about things. Because I wasn't there for this originally, I have to have that community given to me by y'all being here and me interacting with you, So interacting with you guys as if this were me, this is my first experience at Homestuck, and you guys have already experienced it, but this is what Homestuck is really about, is the interaction of people who enjoy it, right? But also, sometimes people say shit like, we are legally required to talk about Mr. Bucket's sex life, and I have to read that and respond to that. So, that answers all of those questions, and some others. Optimism through stalwart skepticism is not deficient with everyone is lucky enough to be cursed with. That's stupid. You're not a leader. I'm your friend. There's a big difference. Statements like that are also why you're not the leader. Lame. Yes, kind of. If you're sure that we're going to fail, so what's the point of everything that we're doing? Simple. The objective is no longer to win. What are we actually shooting for here? To do as much damage to the game as possible. To rip the stitches and pry the answers from the seams. We will snatch purpose from the jaws of futility. Are you ready to wreak some havoc, John? I suddenly don't understand anything. That's amazing. This is a legitimate tactic to living life. Just like, if life is meaningless, then I will fuck it up. That is one way to live life. Chaos reigns. Salamancer, wand, please. Thank you, Viceroy. It was way more dramatic than... it is way more dramatic relying on a familiar than a boring old Silodex. Investigate. That's cool. I like that art. Whatever this style of art is, I like. Answer. Okay, this will probably strike you as an odd moment for me to mention this, but actually, there are not many moments I've observed on your timeline that don't qualify as odd, and somehow, your idle moments seem to invite interruption the least. And this is a difficult topic for me to broach, for reasons that you probably won't understand. You're rambling again, Kanye West. Okay, sorry, I've been meaning to say that I read your instructional guide. Be the troll girl. You're suddenly the troll girl in an entirely different game session in the past. Confer with the leader. Your speech was really emotional. Okay, I definitely don't need you busting my bulge about the speech right now. I've had enough shit. You got a little worked up, okay? And if you have something to say, then why don't you come say it to my face? I'm fed up with these backdoor nook-biting shenanigans. I don't mean to critique your speech. I just wanted to ask you something in confidence about the humans. What is it? Are you sure they're responsible for our misfortune? Yes, there's no doubt of it. Was it on account of malice or incompetence? I don't know. Maybe both? Why does it matter? Sort of does. I'm not even that sure why. This is a difficult topic for me to broach for reasons that you probably won't understand. That one deserves at least an 8 out of 10. I think we've had our fill of them by now. if I have to solve one more riddle, I'm gonna, I don't know. Your response will involve an athletic 8 or 9 out of 10. Okay, cool. Fuck you for giving that oh, come on. A 6 out of 10? Come on. 8.1. I'll accept an 8.1. 7.35. What the hell is that voting system? Can I, deserves better than being compared to Kanye. Listen, anyone and everyone I've compared to Kanye deserves better. You know, that includes Kameda. Like, and yes, I finished Danganronpa 2, so I know what I'm saying. He deserved better than that, but you know, it still happened. Can I can't take constructive criticism about your burps? No. Why do you burp so much? I'm drinking a soda right now. That's pretty much it. And rather than, like, you know, pulling it down and not burping directly into the mic, I just be honest with you guys and burp directly into your face. God damn it. No more mysteries, please. I think we've had our fill of them by now. If I had to solve one more riddle, I'm gonna, I don't know. Will your response involve an athletic maneuver of some sort? No, absolutely not. I will just go over there and weep gently in the horn pile. Seriously, what is this about? What? What I can tell you is they're ludicrously incompetent, soft, pink, fragile things who know nothing but, who do nothing but waste time. They don't even have horns. What? Really? Yeah. I was like, whoa, did they just file them down or something? But no, it just turns out that that's just how they are. Weird. They're a miserable, pointless crop of life forms, meaningless, boring pustules of the planet. It's infuriating. They were somehow allowed to have any influence over us. It's pretty disheartening, but are you absolutely sure that they are failures, or that they have no chance of succeeding? It's all right here. I'm not sure which one depresses me more. The sabotage of our session or the futility of theirs. What are you talking about? You're really being really weird about this. Well, I haven't asked what I wanted to ask. Then ask. It's about tentacle therapists. The rose human. She's apparently pretty sarcastic in my notes. Yes, you have notes on them. Yes. I guess that's why you're our leader, Carcat. No, I'm your leader because of my incredible tactical skills and my ability to motivate a bunch of useless people towards a common goal, because I'm extremely ambitious and intrepid, because my leadership is in my blood. We've all been all over this. Statements like that are also why you're our leader. Okay, I'll accept that. Have you talked to her? Who? The rose human. Also, do we really have to say things like the rose human? Of course we do. It sounds suitably disdainful. I was actually just going to be like, can't you just say rose? Like, you know how names work. You guys have names. You understand this concept. You don't need to. But apparently, yeah. I mean, if a bunch of aliens started hassling you, and you expected them to act really high and mighty and superior in every way, right? Which we are, of course. Okay. No, I haven't talked to her. You should probably steer clear of her for the most part. I have my sights set on the John human, and probably the Jade human. She's a huge culprit, too. It's just, I feel really silly when we say things like John human in confidence amongst ourselves. We have to commit to this. Stay in characters, you know? Remember the speech. The speech has been emblazoned on my think pan, virtually ensconced into the folds of my personal mythology. Did you want to troll her? Are you volunteering? Because that would be great. I'd really appreciate that. I don't know. I'm not sure if I've got it in me right now. Come on, you'd be great at it. Just do the one thing for me. We got to stay coordinated on this. Like, too many of these fucks are going rogue. Like, what are we even doing? Fine. Great. Thanks. Kanea? B-movie the music. What the fuck? I looked away from chat for a minute so I could read things, and you guys are like, B-movie the musical. No one wanted that. No one wanted B-movie. What is that about? Kanea? I'm not gonna pronounce that right, ever. Just the usual. Is there a metric for that concept? No. Well, there could be. You can gauge your results with the flighty broads and their snarky horseshit meter. It seems disparaging to me that it is to her. Yeah, well, use it as motivation. I gotta get cracking here. Later. Have you guys been seeing the reviews for Cats, the movie? A friend of mine is asking you to cosplay as one of the characters from Cats. You can tell your friend, first off, to go fuck themselves. Listen, I honestly thought that when I looked at the trailers for Cats the Musical, I was like, listen, that is an experience that I will never forget. And I do not want to have psychological damage. So I decided that I wasn't going to watch it. And then the reviews came in, and apparently it's just about feral cats fucking. The reviews are so Lovecraftian. Excuse me. One moment, please. We're due to have an hour break to move around, but Cats the Musical review. Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Cats has earned a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, other things that have gotten bad reviews. What else is like that low? Is there a way to like see what the lowest things are on the list? Can I DM you a link? Here, let me just permit you. What is it? There you go. You have 2 minutes to get it together. Movies with low Rotten Tomatoes scores. One Missed Call, Gotti. Let's see. What are Highlander 2, The Quickening, The Disappointments of the Room, Homecoming. I want to see what these like. All right, John Travolta's Staying Alive. All right, hold up. John Travolta's Staying Alive, right? Staying Alive. That sounds awful. What was it given? It doesn't have a score. Stay Alive has a 9%. It's got John Foster and Frankie Muniz. Frankie fucking Muniz in what looks to be a horror movie. It has a 9% on... So that movie is worse. Oh my god! If you die in the game, you die for real. Holy shit. It's that game. It's that movie. Holy fuck. That's it. Holy shit fuck. Guys, look. I found it. You die in the game, you die for real. That was the name of that movie. Stay Alive. Well, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Ultra Chibi. Anyway, that movie is apparently worse than... It's like half as good as Cats, the 2019 one. Now I wanna read the go away that. This all awful screen take on the smash Broadway musical easily scores as the worst movie of the year and arguably of the decade. Cats shouldn't have happened to a dog. Cats turns the most vacuous stage musical of the 1980s into a big screen litter box for the hammiest of stars to unload onto. I'm slack-jawed and trying to process what I witness. Full content review for parents also available. It's a confusing mess, but one that holds a strange fascination. Jonathan W. Hickman is a furry in disguise. He's just not accepted it yet. For the life of me, I cannot determine, calculate, or even divine what this movie is, what purpose it serves, and what line of thinking brought it to life. Dude, I'm a furry and the movie doesn't even appeal to me in the slightest. To be fair to furries, which is not something that people do. No one wants that. Like, no one wants that. Like, imagine you're a furry. Imagine you're into, like, that kind of thing. And, like, look at that. That's, like, the weird, uncomfortable, like, like, on a scale, you've got, like, actual animals. Then you've got, like, this. Then you got, like, furries? Like, where are furries in this dynamic? Like, they're like a little bit farther towards like actually human, right? But like, this is not good. It's just horrifying. Like, look at that dude. And like, she's a cat, but she's got kinda boobs. Like, the fuck is that? What is that? This is like vaguely body horror or uncanny valley, more like. Anyway. I expect a full report soon. A report like what? Like how you hassled her to be like how you got her to be, but less stupid sounding than that. Is there a metric for that concept? Well, there could be. You can gauge the results with a flighty broads and their snarky horseshit meter. It seems disparaging to me as well as to her. Yeah, well, use it as motivation. Gotta get cracking here. Later. Charity incentive to make you watch cats. Remind me. If someone actually reminds me to do that, I'll promise to do it. But I'm not going to remember to it'll fucking be up on the internet by that point. We can get it from there. You begin trolling Rose Human, even though you aren't really feeling this at all. You can't seem to figure out how you get to this viewpoint feature to work. You muddle through the first conversation blind. She does not prove to be any intellectual adversary you anticipated, but this is no longer at all surprising now that you know the true fate of her team. Calm down. Your video could be reported for bullying on YouTube with the new guidelines. I think people have misunderstood what that means. Like, if your video is just going out of its way to insult someone without, like, and cause harassment mobs, then it's a problem. Like, I don't do that. I don't make, you know, entire videos or songs or videos or, jokes that entirely go around trying to destroy someone's reputation in order to upgrade my own. That's what bullying is. That's not me. So it's not actually gonna be a thing. There is a 57-minute masturbation scene in Cats 2019. That's what some could say is interesting. I'm gonna turn around and you're gonna get off that counter right now, boy. Don't be a bad cat. You begin trolling Rose Human even though you aren't really feeling this at all. You can't figure out how to get this viewpoint feature to work. You muddle through the first conversation blind. She does not prove to be an intellectual adversary you anticipated, but this is no longer all that surprising now that you know the true fate of her team. Okay, I've got it so you guys can say. Let's see. Nevertheless, you manage to find yourself slightly vehemently fondling the short end of the antagonism stick. The flighty broads and their snarky horseshit meter ticks a few notches in her favor. Your aggravation and curiosity are simultaneously piqued. You wish you could get a good look at her. Just, you know, for completely academic reasons and not because of anything else. Open viewport. F1 bonk. There she is. How underwhelming. No horns. Skin as white as a ghost. You wonder how she manages to look in a mirror without falling asleep. You resume your stance as an alien complacency, and the snarky horseshit meter ticks back in your favor. keep viewing. You continue to spy on the rose human. What nonsense she wrote on her wall. What did she do to her totem lathe, idiot? Oh, is the meow 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 like actually like the world is ending and this is how? Like I know next to nothing about Cats the musical. Like it's been around for longer than I have, right? But like I feel like that like just if I Lovecraft taught me a few things. And one of them was air conditioning is evil. The other thing he taught me was that knowing too much is bad sometimes. I threw out a lot of the other stuff that he said. My point is that, like, I don't even know what to believe. I don't even know if it's worth watching it. Continue to spy on Rose Human. What nonsense she wrote on her walls. What did she do to her totem lathe, idiot? Oh, dear God. The exhibit of depraved depravity maxes on your side of the horseshit meter. You had this girl the wrong way. She's an utter buffoon. You're hoping nobody caught you looking at that. Horseshit meter swings back to her side, but as she inadvertently caused you to flush with shame as 1,000 cocoon wedding children. This is you win this one round, Lalonde. Thank you for the bits there. Is that a spoiler there? Slap my face and call me grandma? Or did I know that? Mr. Barker. Mr. Barker. I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in on that. There we go. Just keep that there for a second. It is known. Okay, it's cool. Thank you. Alright. You need to put yourself between yourself and the egregious display. It looks like these were simpler times. Probably better to mess with her earlier on the timeline rather than later. Thank you for the 200 bits, Orange Rain. Thank you for the 5 bits, Ferret Tux. Might as well get rid of these last bits. Might as well. Kanea. You're right. It isn't 57 minutes. It's more like 7 minutes of James Corden masturbating. But, like, not just, like, as a human. As, like, a weird cat person. Kanea? Enter name. Flighty Broad. Why, Miss Lola? Loaned. It appears you once again fallen outside of favor with the flighty broads and their snarky horseshit meter. Your move, therapist. Do cats even masturbate? I don't... What? Nye? Kanaya? Kanaya. Kind of like conniving, but Kanaya. Cats have spiky tits. Thank you for letting me know. Everyone else in chat is really excited that I pronounced her name correctly. Like, chat is just going, yes, he's learning. Woo! Gamer moment. This is boring. Where's the challenge? The teasing, mentally... Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Alien girl. Her stupid walkthrough is probably plagiarized from another more advanced civilization or something. Maybe bothering her friends will become more interesting. Troll the human John. Hello? Hi. Allow me to make things simple. I'm a troll from another world using a chat client utility, which is capable of contacting you and your friends at any point in your lives, which I chose up to and including the moment of your own incompetence, fueled self-destruction. I'm looking for evidence of intelligence in your species. A reason? Any reason at all. To justify wasting a few precious remaining moments of my life on you. It has fallen on your shoulders to supply me with that reason, John Human. Go. What? Just indeed. I was just leaving. What indeed? I was just leaving. So you're a time traveler? We don't actually travel through. Well, I mean, not all of us. Okay, one of us does, though. That's not what we're talking about here, aside from the point. So, let me see if I have this straight. You're a time-traveling space alien from the future sent here to study humans. No. Are you from Mars? Is it a mission of peace? No, John, you weren't listening. What does your time machine look like? Is it a phone booth? Are phone booths with popular things for some reason? Damn it. You were lured to Earth by a huge gyroscopy thing that Jodie Foster piloted in Contact, while Matthew McConaughey sort of acted as her spiritual guide, I guess. What the hell? And then he kind of preached to her about having faith instead of believing in science so hard all the time. And I guess in the end she actually believed, maybe? That Contact was a shit movie. Contact feels like, or what was the name? Signs. No, what was the... Okay, hold up. Movie with weird alien writing. Was that Contact? No, not Story or Movie. Arrival? Was it Arrival? Movie. Arrival was a banger. I loved Arrival. Watch Arrival. That is a good movie. That is what aliens are like. That was a cool movie. That was cool. Contact sucked dick. That movie didn't make any sense. Arrival, I saw on a plane, and like, I went to TMG. I was on a plane to TMG, and like that time when people were like, "Hey Rev, it's really cool meeting you. Thank you for signing my stuff." I'm like, "Have you seen Arrival? Arrival was really fucking cool." And they're like, "Yeah, okay, I'll watch it." I apologize to everyone I had a thing with about Arrival, the movie. Let's see. Let me see if I get this straight. Are you a time-traveling space alien from the future sent here to study humans? Are you from Mars on a mission of peace? No, you weren't listening. Actually, I'm not even sure what the point of McConaughey was in that movie, but he's still awesome. I think Jodie found her dad on an alien planet, but I think he was a ghost or something, or maybe an alien in disguise, and then she went home and nobody believed her, but you just know McConaughey believed her because he had all the faith, and I mean all of it. Anyway, does that have any applicability to your cosmic interstellar astro journey? So literally she's like, why should I save the human race with the last moments of my life? And he's like, have you ever seen Arrival? Or Contact? Contact was a movie. Okay, you're even dumber than Rose, human. That's incredible. I know I'm dumber than Rose. That's not much of a burn, dude. I'm a girl, not a boy. I'm sorry. I don't know what I thought you were. It happens. I don't know why I thought you were. It happens. It's the internet. Everyone just sort of assumes the other person on the other end is a dude. Up until they say they're a chick, and they're like, what? It happens. Were you trolling Rose too? Time-traveling troll? Time travel trolling. Yes, as a matter of fact. Oh boy. Let me go ahead and put my quantum space hat and extraterrestrial adventure boots, and then you can tell me all about it. If you weren't so stupid, I'd suspect that you were being insecure for the benefit of our amusement. Oh, I don't follow. I just spoke to her in the future. She's an imbecile in conveying how much I dislike her at the point of present. This point presents an overwhelming gauntlet of personal expression. But regardless of what she said, to paste something from our conversation to get you to understand what's going on, I have strong doubts it will be effective, but here goes. It should figure out how the viewpoint features of the application works, so I can see what such a primitive creature looks like. You know what you guys look like? You look like Howie Mandel from Little Monsters, even though, to be perfectly frank, he was kind of a big monster because he was a big goofy idiot, and Fred Savage was like his child prankster sidekick. This is an anniversary. Is this an anniversary you have encountered on your quest? No, this is a movie. You should ask John about it because he thinks it's awesome, which it is. Oh man, you blew it. Now I know for sure you're trolling me. Rose hates that movie. Are you suggesting that I was trolled? That it was a charade to make me look foolish? Possibly. I sure didn't sound like her. Anniversary. Yeah, adversary. Whatever. Reminder, this conversation takes place in John's future. John is on Rose's computer for Kanaya. It just happened. And she thinks Rose is dumb because John is dumb. Okay. I like how it was like, nope, yes. In chat. Like Bill Nye. Whoever said like Bill Nye, you got it. Thank you. That's what I needed to hear. Well, now I'm wondering if you might be trolling me as well. Okay, well, just between you and me, someone is getting trolled, and it may be all three of us. Okay, well, you should have just told me that you like little monsters. We could jam about that. What is your favorite part? Suspicions pitching once again towards the conclusion that you were just very stupid. I really want to get the little monsters poster, but they're really hard to find. I asked my dad for one for Christmas. Fingers crossed. I'm guessing that's the human equivalent of a 12 Pregrees Eve. Will your human adult custodian forage for leavings as ours do? Yep. You sure keep sounding alien of you. Keep up the good work. Listen, I'm kind of busy. I have to wrap up this present and get it in the mail in a hurry. So I'm going to block you. I might unblock you again soon because you're kind of cool. Your blocks mean nothing to me, so don't worry. You will hear from me again. Yeah, well, you might just hear from me. There's also a chance. You should also give Rose another chance. She's really great. Whatever she did, she was probably just pulling her mind games on you. It's all for fun. There's more to her than that. You'll see. Bye. What percentage of Homestuck does he understand? Or any of us? Okay, so, like, let's look at my chart real quick. Wow, that's really big. This section is a little bit too large. It should be a little bit smaller. We're just gonna... Okay. Anyway, assuming any... My understanding of Homestuck is how accurate this is. And I would say that this is about 80 to 90% accurate, with the 10 to 20% that's wrong not being within my understanding of what exactly is wrong about it. Like, I feel like I'm getting it so far. And that's up to the page that I'm at. Don't censor Mr. Okay, fine. Mr. Bucket stays big. You want Mr. Bucket to be big? Big Bucket? No, we don't need... Is that blue self-portrait of Blue Blood Trollsona? I don't even remember why I drew that in the first place. To be honest with you. I also have the advantage of having a chat who understands the lore. Collectively are able to talk about it. I'm not making the bucket any bigger. It's big enough. Should have just told me about you liked Little Monsters. Also, someone said that apparently my patron troll is the Juggalo and not so it's based on your birthday math and not who actually has the same sign as you, which means that it's the Juggalo and not the other guy. And I prefer the Juggalo over Troll Ben Shapiro because I'm Aquarius because I'm an Aquarius cusp. I was born on February 17th of 1988, which means that I'm like, your patron is Gamzee, your zodiac is Eridan. So that sounds dumb. Listen, a lot of Homestuck is dumb. Like, Aquarius, whatever. Gamzee can't. No, not Gamzee. No, the other guy. The water dude. Iridan is Shapiro. Yeah, where he's just like an asshole, a neo-Nazi asshole, who's elitist up until he gets his ass kicked. There's probably a math thing. There's probably some website that was put together that allows you to, you can probably find some math thing to figure out who your patron troll is. Anyway, something burning? Is this burning? Are you on fire? Don't. It's not. Nothing is burning. It's fine. No. I started some food for Tilda, and she's still not home. I thought she got off work at 5. It's almost 8. It turns out I'm not on fire. I'm just smelling what I made earlier for this week's Cooking with Rev video. Spoilers. This week's video is going to be Cooking with Rev. And it's the closest that I've ever made to an actual food. So, and it's good for the most part. Mostly. For yeah. I need to write a script, but I filmed it today. Anyway, where were we? You should have told me you liked the Little Monsters, so we could jam about that. What's your favorite part? Suspicious pitching towards the conclusion you're just very stupid. Really wanted a poster. Hurry, I'm gonna block you. Okay, we actually just read this all. Okay, cool. You filmed before the script. I knew what we were cooking, and I had a general idea of what the script was gonna be. So I'll put it together. Ugh, stupid trolls. Looks like the package is gonna be like. Wait, what is that shirt? What? Which one is that? Is that the hate fuck? It's Gary and Ash. Okay, cool. Looks like the package is gonna be late. Yeah, that one was weak. That one's a 2. That I'd give you a 1. 1 is more for those ones where it's like, eh. And it's like, oh, that was adorable. 2 out of 10 is like, there's a little bit of, it's kind of like basic bitch burp, but not very good, like a weak one. He has a hate fuck shirt for some reason. The conversation with the other 2 humans didn't go well either. Must be something with human intellect, suspicious, and specific posture, it seems, particularly when a certain subject is broached. And yet, your curiosity remains piqued. How maddening. Earth is surprisingly pretty. Seems very bright. You'll continue to admit that this is a nice outfit. Humans get points for fashion, too. You begrudgingly concede a single snack tick to the stylish human and her loyal snow lussus. Troll Rose human again. Did you hear about Inktober? Like, what about it? I've heard about it before. In a little while, she'll get back to her hive. You prepared an ambush. In time, the fashionable handcrafted gloves are coming off. Inktober is over. It's copyrighted now. Dude, put a copy. Okay. Okay, so that depends on whether or not someone actually is going to do anything about that. Like, is anyone... We could just call it something different. Can you even copyright something at that point? Yeah, he can. He can, but he's an asshole for it. I've done Lobotomy Corporation before. This I actually did a couple streams of it. Ink Simber instead. You proceed to have a second conversation. You're feeling pretty good about your effort, the measured balance of barbs and condescension. Your leader will be pleased with your report, and yet, it seems that John Human was right. It is not the same Rose Human you dealt with before. She has been toying with you all along. The curiosity, how it persists, the maddening curiosity. Your arbitration gauge decides to draw. Snark reaped in stone, an equal distribution. This is far from over. Kanaya, explore this human emotion called friendship. Drawltober. It's as stupid as the Russian guy copywriting the Russian branch of SCP. Yeah, it's a thing. You can only assume this is a somewhat typical way for human relationships to blossom. It seems friendship for some humans is basic aggregation for shallow and sincere hostilities. Human friendship sure is complicated. You skip ahead to the point in her timeline where you suspect that friendship may plausibly have established already, and your third conversation. It does not go as you hoped. Rose takes the lead. Your fourth and fifth and sixth conversations don't fare much better. This friendship is stalling fast. What are you doing wrong? You're not getting your ass handed to you on a silver nutrition plateau. You are in serious need of a ploy to turn the tables in this duel of snark one-upsmanship. Advice couldn't hurt, you suppose. Boy, he did it, boys. He said it. He's in. What the fuck did I say? Gay? Troll talk to Dave Human. You decide to seek counsel from the human Rose's dark spectacled friend. You believe you understand how to proceed. Have a seventh conversation. You put a motion and cunning plan with your seventh conversation, in which you attach a mission-critical text document. Do I gotta read this? Is this something I actually need to read? Lalonda has... No? Have I already read it? Like, is that actually part of the comic? Why does half of the art for Homestuck look okay and the other half looks like shitty garbage? It's the aesthetic, I think. You've kind of read it? Okay, she's already edited it. So it's basically the same thing, but I've already read it once, so we're just going to get rid of that. It's abridged. Not technically a page, so no one paid $25 for it. Okay. Lalonda has finally been outmaneuvered. Horseship meter is lopsided in your favor, and most delightfully of all, the friendship ploy has ensured that all previous snark ticks against you have been rendered completely irrelevant. It turns out you were just a long consequence of your future design all along. You cannot hope to beat Kanea Miriam in a snark-off. She is simply the best there is. Hop to 8 equals 8. You scan her timeline for the right moment to sneak up with your sides of the dialogue. Ideally, she will long since discarded her train of thought. You will finally reap the spoils of all your careful subterfuge. You will reap them good. Lalonde. Okay. You said a bad... Well, you know, that was me mispronouncing a word. That's different. I did predict that I was going to say an R word, so there you go. The flighty broads and their snarky horseshit meter explodes. Cannot take this much horseshit. Have 8th conversation. I actually have no idea what's happening right now because I'm not going back and reading all those conversations. But, what the hell did you just do? Hi there. Did you actually do it? Blew it up, I mean? I begin to believe that was an embellishment. This is it, isn't it? What is it? This is the 8th conversation between this from your perspective as well as mine. Yeah, I've been really looking forward to this. Yes, I have some questions for you. It's lesbians, don't worry about it, okay? What questions do you have? I'll start with a simple one. Do trolls have names? Make backup computer. You make a new Cosby top so you can do some serious computing on the go. You barely get a chance to mess around with it with the first one made before it was pilfered by a scariest imp. It's okay, it's still an mismatch, but whatever. Remember how that happened? That didn't stop being a thing that happened or anything. Reunite with lovingly fathered comedian-themed laptop. He cut away from 8-8. Oh, you mean the Cosby top being okay. Yeah. Aged like milk. What the hell are you doing? Oh, hey. John, stop kissing that adult. Around male human computer at once. Brown. I see. At once. But this is Bill Cosby. He's back in laptop form. Man, Vriska is right for once. Vriska doesn't deserve to be right. Man, it's just another waste of time. Everything you do is a huge waste of time. A stupid, pointless bunch of wasty waste. Excuse me, but spending just a little quality time with my man Bill here is not a wasty waste at all. This is before the general public knew about this stuff. Like, he's you don't want him to be your man. Yeah, I think someone gifted a few subs through this stream. Everyone just accepts the incomprehensible bullshit that goes on around it. Well, because it works out. Like, bullshit happens, but it follows through to a logical conclusion. You know what I mean? You have important things to do. Remember Jade? Of course I do. Jeez, I'm going. No. What? What? What the fuck are you doing now? I'm gonna blast off and fly a little higher and see if I can find Nana up there. And then I'll install the game. It will only take a second. No, that's not what I mean. What are you going to do right... That's what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do. You're just not supposed to do it now. You're supposed to do something else first, then fly up there. Right here in your timeline. By attempting to do the thing you're not supposed to do yet, you're just wasting more of your time. Jeez, you're incredibly bossy. More like a Marquis bossy fangs. I told you, this is my role-playing game, not a real one. So your weak burn means nothing. No, you did not tell me that you like to play troll Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yes, John. I'm really going to know what stupid Earth game is just because you put troll in front of it, stupid. I will find out what your name is. I am tricky and I have ways. I doubt it. Now shut up. And what are you going to do next? I don't know what I'm going to do next. Apparently, what I thought I was going to do next is wrong, so why don't you tell me? I'm sorry to hear about that, Cake. I hope this helps. I'm going to be doing like this for the next little bit, and hopefully that takes your mind off of it. Then maybe some video games. Liking RPGs does not make me Vriskakin, and I'm going to fucking ban you for that. Comparing me to her is bad. That is an insult. That's bullying. Don't bully. I'm 31 years old and don't deserve to be bullied anymore. I had enough of that bullshit when I was in middle school and high school. When I was in college. And then when I worked at stores. My point is that I've had enough of that shit. That's ridiculous. That would be ridiculous for a thing to do. It occurred to me that you might be wasting so much time because you're pestering me, telling me how much time I'm wasting, and then I'm about to make progress and you tell me that I'm doing things wrong. If it were for you, I would be playing this game already. Okay, just shut up. Fine. I'll hold your hand every step of the way since it's apparently how you want to do this. But it isn't. I said shut up. Look, you're about to make yourself a new outfit, and then you'll fly up and install the game. Oh, why would I do that? My Ecto Lab suit is rad. Because you look like an idiot. Is this a text-to-speech game? Well, the text is read by me, and then I say it with words, so it becomes speech. It's not a game, but it's text-to-speech in that way. Because you look like an idiot. Seriously, it's a good thing that I decide to bother you now. Otherwise, you would go through the game looking like a little weenie boy Skylark. What's a boy Skylark? It's the most terrible, gutless class for wimpy losers. Ones who have no idea how to handle themselves with a girl and talks to them and stuff. Actually, I think I remember passing that wrong up on my Ash ladder a while ago. Yes, exactly. It's beneath you, John. You're clearly much better than that. You should dress like it. So she is negging him for sure. Thank you for the 2 months of support, Tornado Kirby. She backseats. Oh my god. I am getting increasingly worried about where my wife is. I'm going to text her right now and be a nerd. Are you okay? I love you. Exclamation point. The exclamation point came after the there was a question mark in there too. Anyway, trolls are an extremely fashion-minded race, John. You should make a note of this since you're pretending to be a scientist or something. I don't think that there's anything to worry about. They're doing inventory at her store, so they're probably just staying late to do inventory. And that's probably all it is, but I just have like anxiety. So, there's that. You could call her. I mean, she's probably fine. So that's the thing, is I just have anxiety. She's actually fine. I'm just worrying for no fucking reason. She probably actually does get off work at 8 tonight, and I just didn't remember that shit. But my brain says that she got off work at 5. Look at that. You counted all the 8s for me, John. That's, wait. Where were we? It's clear you're much better than that. You should dress like it. Who cares what I dress like? It's what's on the inside of the adventurer that counts. I can't believe you actually say that with a straight face. Oh my god. Why are you taking such an interest in my fashion anyway? Trolls are extremely fashion-minded race, John. You should take note of this since you pretend to be a scientist or something. Haha, it sounds like you really... you have a really lame culture. John, this is an outrageous thing to say. You don't even know how important fashions are. So be quiet. Lame. Look out. Look at that. You counted 8 A's for me, John. That's very thoughtful of you. I didn't even count it. Just turned out like that. Really? Yeah. And then heart with presumably 8 hearts or 3s. Yeah, it is. Okay. Anyway, I'll make a new suit, but I'm not ditching my Ecto suit. It's sweet. I kind of look like Link if Zelda was a quest about an elf scientist. I'm the Wind Waker. It's me. I know you are, John. Now, Empty out your Sylladex and let's sort out what killer gill we can make for you, but do it fast. Like, I already texted her that I made her food, so, you know, I'll just heat up her chicken when she gets home, I guess. It'll be fine. Okay, this will probably strike you as an odd moment for me to mention this, but actually, there are not many moments that I've observed. You're rambling again. I read your instruction. Okay, so we got back to this page. Oh, yeah? Sorry to hear that you were subjected to that. Why? It was a little melodramatic in retrospect, heavy-handed, but it's stuck on that server forever, broadcasting notes of a confused girl sifting through the aftermath of just having another pedestrian apocalypse somewhere in paradox space. Have you ever written a message that you regretted instantly upon sending? Lately? Almost perpetually. That line included? Wow, yeah, kind of. Also that one. I'm sure you must... I mean, fucking mood. But, anyway. I'm sure you must regard this walkthrough as pretty quaint as a veteran of the game. Actually, at the time of reading, it lent some useful insight into the nature of the game I hadn't yet considered. And the author, I guess. At what time? When exactly did you read it? By the way, what are you doing here? Is this part of your ongoing investigation? It's not that page for a while after. Her clothes are different. That's true. Yes. Are these tactics really necessary? It's faster this way. What the fuck is she doing? If there's one thing your friends regularly remind us is that time is not on our side. I know, but I thought our methods earlier were effective in illuminating the underpinnings of the game. You ask some questions, and I answer if I can. Yes, that has been effective. But you do not know everything, do you? No. My current strategy is comprehensive. Your notes have been helpful, but the fact you've supplied are being cross-referenced with understandings I already have. The data gathered by the sort of means presently on display. I still have more questions for you, which I will ask in time. Ripping a temple apart brick by brick. Oh, okay. Okay, Tilda says she'll be home soon and that she loves me. Okay, cool. See, that's what I'm fucking telling you guys. She's fine. She didn't die in a car accident 5 seconds ago, like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, and the cops are going to knock on my door and then give me the horrible news like I was fearing. She's been fine this entire time, and I just have fucking problems. So there's that. My current strategy is comprehensive. I'll probably stop once she gets home. Sounds like a good time. My current strategy is comprehensive. Your notes are been helpful, but the fact that you've surprised are already being cross-referenced with understandings I already have, and data gathered by some sort of means presently on display. I still have more questions for you, but I will ask in time. Okay, but these means presently on display are making me a little nervous. I think it's kind of reckless to use of what? The forces. Dark magic, you mean? Yes, well, influenced by the gods of the furthest ring. In communion, you seem to have developed them, which I find kind of troubling. I don't think they are as nefarious as you might imagine. Many of them seem to be intent on helping us. How exactly do you know that? From their whispers in my dreams. How much time have you spent sleeping since you've been playing? Not much, but quite a lot in failed timelines. And now and then, memories surface from that alternate reality. Vague memories, but unspeakable in familiarity, like spontaneous remembering a dream from years ago by some inexplicable catalyst. Vague memories, but unmistakably familiar. Like, oh, right. In reality, they spoke to me in my sleep and told me much of what I need to know, including what to do to reset our timeline and create present reality. That makes me no less nervous. Our understanding is that influence from doomed timelines, so seemingly necessary to advance in alpha reality, is generally inauspicious. Travelers from such branches are marked for death, and though it was only an insubstantial part of you which was traveled, just memories, I suppose, it is troubling. You have assurances that I am on the right track. Surely you must have spoken to the gods by now. What did they actually tell you that made you so suspicious? Actually, I haven't. I've never visited Durst or traveled beyond the Veil. Prospect's Moon was my home for most of my dreaming life. It was. Yes, this surprises me. Why? Good question. Skya was the foil for my curiosity. Boop. But it showed me something I needed to see. It was very much had the presence of something sentient and benevolent, but silent. Not something to converse with or be instructed by, or anything with an agenda beyond which would be known manifested already. It's like a very clear mirror. It has something there needs to be seen inside it, but only some things are visible at any given moment. I've always trusted it. I don't trust gods that eschew its light. I don't trust gods that eschew its light. You didn't actually answer my question. When was it exactly that you read my walkthrough? Oh, a while ago, before you contacted me. I have to confess that I've been experiencing something like impression whiplash since that time. What do you mean? At first I thought you were foolish and incompetent. I apologize for what a mistake I must have taken to dispel that impression. Hey, check out this cool emote mod. I like that. I like the Dave reindeer. That's good. It's very good. Yeah, y'all gotta like, you know, get your community points in line, because yeah, the price of like adding things onto the Town of Nowhere has gone down, but it's half as much as it used to be, but it's still gonna be where it runs down pretty fast, depending on how many people are actually, like, if we can keep chat moving with like new things. Depends on whether or not we do it every week or every other week. Although if we do it every other week, we'll probably be doing it every other week. So that way it's not weeks that I have to work on arcade videos, because I'm a little scared of that right now. But we might be doing some art stream in the morning. I have 20,000 points I can post in every vote and not run out. Cool. So you'll at least be able to do shit. A very snarky remark. It was an honest mistake, I swear. See, that's what I'm saying. That was a very snarky remark for what just happened, stratified by your signature variety of insincerity, which cut through literal meaning of the statement like colorful ribbons. And the net intent is something maddening to try and know. It's something I think exists as an inscrutable nexus of semantic space where humor chafes against soft malice. I know perhaps the human mind occupies more comfortably than I don't know. Xenopsychology isn't my strong suit, or even a real word. I like that. But yeah, I know I'm babbling again. The point is that I can't... It's not the type of behavior a very stupid person can perpetrate. So my impression has thrashed around from conversation to conversation. And now, rather than suspect you of incompetence, I begin to fear the opposite, that you might be dangerous. To whom? Maybe not knowing that is what's really bothering me. Why don't you put the turtle ruins down and return to your house? I've sketched some new outfits for you that I think are nice, and you could try them on. It would be fun. That's, what? You seem to have taken quite an interest in my wardrobe decisions. Are all trolls so fashion-minded? No, sadly. Maybe later. What if there isn't a later? Well, we already know that there won't be. That's nothing new. I mean, not that there being a later won't happen sooner than you think. Wow, what? I mean, specifically for you, okay? This was supposed to be something else I wanted to say or ask about. I'm afraid I might be playing a role in the outcome, and I don't know if I want that. I think we might, let's read this page. Whereabouts is a good stopping point? Do you think this is, whereabouts is a good stopping point? Like, should we stop here or read a couple more? was a pretty good conversation. Because I know Tilda will be home soon. In a couple pages, there's a special word. Oh. Next page has good plot. In a few pages, there's a special word. Let's see. We want to get to the S. What was the S page? I'm going to go ahead and read this while I wait for an answer. The outcome will happen one way or another, whether you want to have something to do with it or not. Might as well ask me, or at least when it happens. We're on currently 2,730 right now. The walk around was a little while away, real close. 2,792. What page do we start off with? S might have to be another stream. I think it will be. I have another question for you. Let's swap ignorance, okay? All right. I can't see you in the future. Your viewport won't let me after a certain point. It's black. But only for you, not the others. When? Several hours from now. Do you know why that could be? I have no idea. I can't see the future. I am a disreputable Durst dreamer, remember? I promise that if I had a hand in it, it won't be because you told me. Does that make you feel better? Sort of, but it remains ominous. Is that why you wanted to dissuade me from admittedly zeal investigation to go play dress up again? Because our time here is almost up? And you hope that what's on the other side of the dark curtain for me is not some sort of corruption or damnation? Also, sort of. That's thoughtful of you. To strive to pacify me as I scuffle down this black corridor. Wait, is that what I'm doing? Is it? On second thought, that's not what I want to do. Oh, that's a pity. I want to make sure your soul isn't forfeit in service of God's, then. Well, I hope that doesn't happen. I'd rather not get stuck in a kind of pattern again. If you want to wreck turtle villages and tear your planet apart on the Council of Dark Gods, fine with me, I guess. What do you mean, again? I'll do the thing you do. Wait. I'll do the thing you do when you don't say anything, ... A simple word can be so easy. I made a troll pronunciation chart. Yeah, you could post it on the Boru. That might be a good idea. Moobot giving that suggestion. I'd rather not get stuck in that kind of pattern again. So if you want to wreck the turtle villages, one simple word can be so easy to begin a story in a very thick book. But I guess we won't open this one. What was your question? I believe you're owed some compensatory ignorance. Yes, I was wondering. I know you get this question a fair amount, but what is Vinesauce? Vinesauce is what happens when a bunch of idiots decide to do something on a whim and then it turns into like an actual thing. And now it's a thing for all of us. It's a collection of people who were all there at that time. I think that's a good description for it. What do you know about the green sun? Why is it a different color? I've never heard of it. Thank you. This transaction was very tidy. Agreed. Why don't I go ahead and wrap it up there? The green sun is a special word. It is a special word. Okay. What is Homestuck? I have no idea. I don't think that's a thing. This page. Read this page and then stop. Is this a good stopping point? I think I'm just going to stop here. I'm going to go ahead and read go check out the Boru. I'm going to actually save this page real quick first. And then I'll stop. Let me pull up the Boru real quick. Give me 1 sec. Wow. There's a lot of art since last time I checked. Oh, okay. There we go. Someone did an art of the town of nowhere. Let me show you guys this art. There's actually most of the art for today is from the town of nowhere. So this first one is from Hectic Charlequin. It says design concept for No from the town of nowhere. Name no, sex yes, age maybe. Hoodie, striped Black and white striped pants and sneakers. Changes from masculine and feminine appearance and vice versa each time they're seen. Close up. Okay, that's one possibility. I did not give the main character any sort of defining attributes because I didn't want it to be relevant. Like, if originally it was going to be a dude. It was going to be a dude, and I decided that didn't make any sense because chat would be controlling it. It's sort of like, I don't like it when DMs give you the character that you're playing. I like it better when you get to decide your character. I had to decide certain things. I had to force you guys to have certain things happening. For instance, the main plot line. Those things had to happen. But once you got off the bus, I wanted it to be up to you guys to decide shit. If chat wants to agree with that, cool. If chat doesn't want to agree with that, cool. Whatever y'all end up deciding is what ends up being the canon appearance, because that's what I want it to be. It wants to be, I essentially want it to be your decision, whatever the hell that happens to be. I got this one from Barbaloo, which I actually retweeted this one on Twitter. It's really good. It's of Noah just doing his thing. I might do it like an arcade stream early tomorrow morning because I'm working on a thing, but I'm having trouble with this part of him in general. Noah, our boy. Then we got this from Ara, and it's of Temperance, but it's of of Crystal from the Town of Nowhere. You got inverted and right side up, so you're doing like a major arcana thing with the Town of Nowhere. That's weirdly fitting and super cool, and if that was made into a thing, I'd be pretty hype. So thank you. Then we got this one from Split Gear. It's of Mr. Bucket, but done in the style of Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff comic. Why does chat want to fuck a Winnebago? You know what? I don't know, but that's what's happening. Town of Nowhere tarot deck win. That could be a thing for sure, but I told you about those balls, bro. And then we got this one. Thank you, Barrier Trio Stuckapose. Thanks. Oh, and then there's this last one that's a pronunciation guide by Shaddy. This is Carcat Ventus Gamzi Makara Vriska Circuit Tarizi Pyrope. Now this one I've been pronouncing Nai Mariam. Am I actually pronouncing this right? Thanks, Shaddy, for this. Tavros Nitram. Equius Zayak. That one I don't feel like I got. Array dia Meg Ito Solux Captor Aridin Ampura Ni Peta Leon Fefree Paches. Did I pronounce these right? Did I get that right? Hopefully. Close enough. People are, yeah. Shad figured out how my brain works and then got the pronunciation guide to work for me. Close enough. I thought it was Solix. I have no idea. But that is where I'm going to call it for now. thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to run an ad and then raid someone at random. Stay for the raid if you want to get some points for tomorrow's Town of Nowhere stream. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys there if you want to be there. Otherwise, you can just use it for composting because that's what half of you use it for anyway. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. Brrr.